Right, folks, how are we all? It is Thursday, February the 12th of 2026. 2 days to Valentine's Day. Bollocks to that shit. Fucking wasting money on June. She won't waste it on me. Keep it in your pocket. Keep it in your bank account. Don't bother with all that shit. Anyway, do you like my new t-shirt? I thought I better fucking wear it. I only got it the other day. I thought I better fucking wear it, or else the bastard will be gone and it'll lose all its novelty. Mind you, I think even when he's gone, the people will still hate him. People won't, they won't have a lot of time for him. You know, like when you do lose a Prime Minister, don't you think, well, let me think back. I didn't like Tony Blair. I don't like Gordon Brown. I don't mind Liz Truss. I honestly think that Liz Truss weren't given a chance. She would just drove out. I think Rishi Sunak's a fucking wet end. Boris. I don't like Boris as a politician, but I think you could go out and have a fucking... You could have a bit of cake. You could have a bit of a cake and discuss wallpaper with Boris. But I don't like him as a politician. I think his wife basically has his bollocks in her purse. And I think she rules him. But I would go out for a drink with Boris, I must admit. I bet he's a fucking right laugh. No, that's about it, really. I don't... There's reasons... Theresa May, she was just like the female John Major, and she probably didn't lick Edwina's Curry's fanny. I can't really say if John Major licked her fanny either, can I? But let's face it, if you're in a relationship like that, you're going to do the dirty, and you're going to go down there. You might even lick a bumhole. See what she does. See if she makes her... Ooh. You don't get this on fucking Bold Foodie Guy. Anyway, today I'm going to do a newspaper review. I've took a more serious one. There's a thumbnail. I've took a more serious newspaper. I normally do the Star because you can have a laugh and a joke with the Star, but I think the current climate of the politics and the state of the country and the world, I've gone for a more higher end. Obviously, it's far right and all that, so it'll upset the fucking lefties who watch, which is the main fucking point of this channel, to be fair. There's no point in getting away from it. That's what this channel's about now. It used to be about food and reviewing cars and socks and tools and whatever. Now it's just a fucking... I just... You know what I mean? It's like people go, oh, you're on 150,000. I said, yeah, I've been there for about fucking 3 years, I think. 150,000 subs. It's just like one of the things. YouTube don't like me, which is fair enough. So anyway, I'm going to do the Daily Mail. I've got a couple of other stories that I would like to touch on for the comical side. But that's it. I'll tell you what, I watched Angry Bootneck last night. And if you've not seen Angry Bootneck, I know there's a bloke who used to live in Scotland who fucked off to America because no fucker likes him in this country. He used to not really like Bootneck. He thought he was too rough with his words. But Bootneck's delivery is absolutely fucking brilliant. His timing, his opinions and everything are fucking... Oh, I nearly said spot on then. A fucking bang on the nail. They are absolutely brilliant. So if for some fucking stupid reason, I've had him on a podcast, right? I had him in a podcast, I made him a fucking prawn cocktail crisp sandwich with soft cheese. Go and watch the fucking the podcast with Angry Bootneck. Absolutely fucking brilliant. So if you haven't heard of Angry Bootneck, go and check his chat. Check him out. Check him out and like and subscribe him because he is fucking... Put in the comments, Blue Van Man sent me here. Anyway, got to go through the mail. That's 4 minutes 49 seconds now. Keir Starmer was yesterday accused of packing his government with paedophile with paedophile apologists as he struggled to defend another controversial appointment. The man has, is just fucking clueless. I mean, I'm 57 or 58, I think I'm 57. Don't think I've ever known a politician or a prime minister at least who has been so incompetent and fucking useless in my fucking life. I just don't get it. I just don't understand his thinking. There's something happening where either he is controlled, because look at it this way, right? He came from, he's a lawyer or a solicitor lawyer, whatever, yeah. I think he was fast-tracked into the CPS. He was then fast-tracked into a Labour safe seat that he was never going to fucking lose. He was then fast-tracked up the fucking ranks of Labour. He was then fast-tracked into the leadership of the Labour Party. He won an election that he was never, ever going to fucking lose. He was never, ever going to lose it because the Tories had gone so far downhill and so far to the left of centre. This is why Reform are doing so well, because Reform people, you recycled Tories. No, they're not. They're just doing what the Tories wanted to do 20, 30 years ago. Yeah, I know. I voted Tory. Yeah, so I know what they want. And he's just completely fucking out of it. He just doesn't understand what everything is about. So, yeah, he's just, I don't get him. I don't want to get him. I don't want to understand him. He's just fucking useless. And that's being kind. So, he's just employed anybody. But I'm thinking now along the lines of that's it. He was fast-tracked into the leadership, wasn't he? Fast-tracked into the Prime Minister. He won an election. He was never going to lose. And now it's almost as if he's been set up, because there's all these rumours of everything about him coming out, and he's defending paedophiles. And he's like, the best thing were, Boris, he used to go after Boris, and he went after him for a Partygate, Boris having a bit of fucking cake, yeah, and wallpaper, and Boris were gone. Yet this twat has done so much damage, it's just unbelievable. It's just fucking unbelievable. Anyway, moving on. Rachel Reeves last night sparked fresh fears of a Brexit betrayal as she claims developing closer ties with the European Union will be the biggest prize for Britain. The Chancellor described the deal Sir Keir Starmer agreed with Brussels last year as merely first base. Do they honestly think, right, I voted Brexit, you either fucking like it or you don't, I don't care, right? It's my fucking opinion, it was my vote, I'm not here to fucking please people like some people are, because there's some people that you'll never appease and it doesn't really matter. So, you either fucking stay and watch or you don't, I'm not bothered. If you were a grown-up, you'd accept my vote, like I accepted yours to stay, yeah, fair enough, your vote, or whatever. But do you honestly believe that the EU, if we went back into the EU, they would welcome us with open arms? No, they're going to charge us a fucking fortune to do what we did, yeah, to get back in. They're going to charge us a fortune. They're going to rule us and let us have no say, because Starmer is not a fucking businessman. He's not a politician. They would say, right, well, this is this, and Starmer goes, yes, that is very good, I agree. Because it doesn't affect Starmer, because in a couple of months, that fucking idiot will be gone. So, and Rachel Reeves, why the fuck is anybody trusting her? I wouldn't trust her with a fucking piggy bank. That I fucking wouldn't. I wouldn't trust her with a piggy bank full of foreign, European, and whatever coins that you put in it when you come back off your holiday abroad. Yeah? I wouldn't trust her with that. I wouldn't trust her with a boiled egg. That I wouldn't. She's a fucking idiot. She's got absolutely no fucking skill at anything. And she's just a fucking nightmare. They all are. They all fucking are. They all are. Right, Green Party and that silly fucking idiot. The Green Party candidate in the Gorton and Denton by-election once claimed she was glad to have moved out of the area. It has been revealed. Hannah Spencer, Betty, Sorry. I'm not sorry, really, as you'll find out in a minute. A plumber posted on Mumsnet, a fucking plumber, posted on Mumsnet in 2021 that she was so glad I moved from Levenshulme, or whatever it's called, one of the main towns in the Greater Manchester constituency, which she will face a by-election on February the 26th. In the post, she complained that the area had been hugely blighted by a mile-long row of supposedly money laundering takeaways, which meant independent businesses can't get a look in. It has been up and coming for at least 5 years, but barely anything has changed. In fact, a lot of good stuff has sadly actually gone. Ms. Spencer added, it is central around one of the busiest roads in Manchester, which makes walking around not great. I thought I would regret leaving, but I'm so glad I moved. You can get so much more for your money elsewhere. Oh, that's got to hurt if you live there. That's got to hurt. Now that's come out. Fucking things about tweets, innit? The once you point, I mean, sometimes I've posted stuff in the past. I've posted stuff in the past, like as a poke with a stick, with a shitty stick to get a reaction, and fucking hell, you just do it, don't you, as a laugh. You do. Can you please note that on February the 12th I did a newspaper review that says you do it just to provoke people. You do it for a fucking... Miss Spencer said she had bought and sold in Levershulme, but does not live there anymore in the discussion about local property prices. She's not fit to be a Gorton and Denton MP. Oh dear, a Reform spokesman said that fucking Reform anyway. The Green Party has been reported to the counter-terrorism police by international whistleblower. Fears are growing that the party is becoming a breeding ground for anti-Jewish extremists from the river to the sea. But a push by a pro-Palestine Greens to declare the party as anti-Zionist was as horrifying many existing members who fear extremism, socialism and anti-Semitism. Oh, there's too many big words for me nowadays. Too many big words. Can you just keep it simple? Politics is very, very simple, and it's just made complicated by fucking idiots and stupid sound bites and fucking trigger words. Bollocks to it. To be fair, right. There was a bloke on Facebook and he was campaigning in Leicester, and his main fucking argument is stuff about Palestine and all that. And somebody had put, don't you think you should be fighting this on issues in Leicester and not a country that's like thousands and, is it 3,500 miles away or something, Palestine? And then he starts banging on about, well, what about all the starving and all that and that, and I'm thinking, I'm not particularly fucking bothered, to be fair, because it's not that you're not bothered about, but there's nothing we in this country, Dave sitting at a table doing this, there is nothing that we can do about it. You can go out, you can wave your little flags and everything, yeah, and have your protests and all that, but there is nobody in Israel thinking, fuck me, them bastards in Leicester are waving flags, we better pack this in. It ain't gonna fucking happen. I went the other day, I went to a shop in Colville, I did a little video on it, and this bloke had got dates from Israel and dates from Iran, yeah? We like a date. Not going out on a meal kind of date, but those little fruity things, yeah? And I says to him, do you get many who don't buy your dates from Israel because of what's happening? He says, yeah. He says, we do get people who say, oh, I'm not having them. But then they buy the Iranian ones. So they won't buy the Israeli ones because of what's happening in Palestine, but they'll buy the Iranian ones even though the government's fucking killing its people. Right, so yeah, okay, then we'll fucking mad, innit? So that's that one. Britain has been colonised by immigrants who are costing too much money. Manchester United co-owner Sir Jim Ratcliffe claimed. Now, apparently Keir Starmer has come out and said I've got that report here. And Keir Starmer has said he should apologise. That's coming from a bloke who keeps employing friends of fucking not rent boys. Sorry, didn't mean to say rent boys. There is no reason for me to say rent boys in connection with Keir Starmer. So I got that wrong. Right. So Keir Starmer, he wants Jim Ratcliffe to apologise for his comments. Well, the only thing is that you only apologise when you're fucking sorry. And you mean it. Not like I've just said, sorry, didn't mean that, yeah? When you mean it. And I doubt that Jim Ratcliffe is going to fucking apologise. Starmer don't apologise, does he? He don't apologise for anything he's fucking done, that twat. You apologise when you, like, accidentally step on somebody's foot when you're not looking, or you I don't know, you spill a bit of tea, or I don't know, apologies or something like that, isn't there? Oh, sorry, my duck, didn't see you there. In fact, I've just done it in the shop. When I bought this, turned around, the girl behind me, and I just caught her arm, right? And nowadays, that's probably sexual assault. But anyway, I turned around, caught her. I said, oh, I'm sorry, my duck, I didn't see you there. She goes, it's all right, don't worry about it, it's okay. That's how it goes, right? That's normal fucking life, yeah? He said that, and he means it. And fair play to him. But what he's done, it's also on the back page as well. Manchester United fans hit out at Sir Jim Ratcliffe last night after the club's minority owner claimed the UK had been colonised by immigrants. Protest group, the 58 brand Ratcliffe, total embarrassment, as well as disputing his claims that there are unpopular decisions at Old Trafford. Oh, now, right. This is going to sound fucking weird. Now, when you're growing up as a kid, right, you always used to get the kids at school who had never been fucking north of Nottingham, had they, wearing a Man United shirt and fucking jumping up and down if Man United won anything, or what you know what I'm saying, yeah? And it gets on your fucking tits, don't it? And there's a lot of people who are quite happy with the demise of Manchester United, right? Because of the fans, not because of the club, but because of the fans, or the ones that are travelled up the fucking to Manchester from London, the Cockney Reds and all that. But at this moment in time, the way Jim has come in and turned Manchester United around, and I think they're actually fourth in the league, and they're beating big teams, Arsenal's and the Man Cities and that. They're doing really well. And there's a little bit of me actually thinking, yeah, go on United. And I know that's wrong, that's anybody who doesn't like Manchester United, it's fucking wrong, because all it's going to do is encourage these other fucking idiots who used to watch United and wind you up because, yeah, and it's like that. But there is a little bit of me going, yeah, go on United, just, yeah, because Jim has come in and he's got rid of some fucking rubbish, he's made cutbacks, he's doing the job properly because he's a businessman. See, this is the thing about politicians. Politicians aren't well, fucking Keir Starmer ain't even a fucking politician, is it? So there you go. But yeah, Jim Ratcliffe, I don't see, and I would doubt as well that Jim Ratcliffe has actually employed anybody who's a friend of a fucking well-known paedophile who's been convicted. So, Keir, I'd keep your opinions to yourself, mate, because you're fucking clueless. Absolutely fucking, I'm clueless, exterminate. So, but there you go. Keir might turn around and say, get Jim, lock him up for his opinions, lock him up. But the other thing is now, let's look at it this way. Jim is a very wealthy man. If Jim thinks, fuck this, I'm going to take all my money and I'm going to fuck off, like a lot of other rich people, because of these fucking idiots who are helping to ruin the country. So there you go. So moving on. So Keir Starmer was accused of packing his government with paedophile apologists, blah blah fucking blah. Now moving on over to here to page 6. Harriet Harman. Do we know Harriet Harman? I think, to be fair, she's got a nice set of fucking tits on her. Or she did have, anyway. A former deputy leader of the party called for Keir Starmer to appoint a woman in his de facto deputy to turbocharge a complete culture change. Culture Secretary Lisa Nanny was also complaining. Now, Harriet Harman. Now, if you don't know Harriet Harman, she's a big friend, or she likes pie. P-I-E. It's out there on the internet. She had connections with a bloke called David Joy, and he's a well-known paedophile, and he's been locked up many a time. He was from the village that I used to live in, and he's not a very nice man. Used tech photos and stuff. Got locked up for it. So paedophile, yeah. And he was mates with Harriet Harman. Now, if you're not wanting to know if you want to know what PI stands for, it's the Paedophile Information Exchange. And yeah, Harriet Harman, I think she had to pack in, lose her seat, or not a seat, her position in government during the expenses trial claims and all that, because her husband was watching porn on a hotel TV. Now, you're there on your own in the hotel room, you might fancy and knock one out, yeah? Go for it. Fucking go for it. Don't expect us to fucking pay for it though, you bastard. But there you go. So, does anybody actually feel sorry for Keir Starmer? Please put it in the comments. Does any person in this country feel sorry for Keir Starmer? Because I'm at this moment thinking, even his wife doesn't feel sorry for him. He's just, there is something there. He is clinging on, and it's not clinging on for the good of the country. He is clinging on for his own fucking bit. There is something that is going to massively, massively come out when he's gone. When he leaves Downing Street, it's all fucking going to come out. That it is. So there you go. Right. Andy Burnham may be too northern to appeal to the whole country. A leading ally admitted yesterday putting a dent in his leadership ambitions. Lucy Powell, dog whistling, backed Mr Burnham's failed bid to return to Parliament last month, but yesterday stopped short of publicly endorsing him. So she's a fucking coward. She can't. You see, this is the problem with these politicians. They're all too busy looking after the fucking selves. Oh, well, I'll say that for Andy Burnham, just in case he gets in, because he might make me deputy. But I won't go too far, because if Andy Burnham don't get in, Keir might fucking sack me again. So, fuck off. It does my fucking head in, that it does. I just can't be doing with any of it. I don't care if Andy Burnham's from the north of England. I just want somebody who can come in and do the job that we require to do. That's all. I don't care. I just want a fucking bloke or a woman to come in and do the job and make the country fucking grow. But no, it can't be done, because we're all fucking there. We're all too busy not saying the right thing. We're all too busy fucking scared or might upset somebody. Or fucking upset somebody then. Because I tell you what, if you upset somebody on the other side is going to fucking join you. A former top diplomat has made a dramatic attempt to stop Keir Starmer putting a controversial Mandarin into charge to the civil service. Lord MacDonald of Salford, too northern, revealed he has warned Number 10 about Dame Antonio Romero being made cabinet secretary. See, I did a video a while back. What qualifications do you need to be a politician or a member of parliament or politician? You don't need any. You don't need anything. If I went to get a job as a forklift truck driver in a fucking warehouse, right, driving those big fucking narrows up and down, yeah, and when they come out and you're wobbling, you're fucking... Anybody who's drove a narrow will know, won't you, lads? Or lasses. That if you're at the top and you've got a fucking ton weight on those fucking forks and that fucking thing and your arse is going like that. Am I right? I'm fucking right. If I went for a job in a warehouse, I'd have to prove and show that I've got the qualifications to drive those machines safely. These fuckers can come into politics. It don't fucking matter. It don't fucking matter. They don't. Fucking, it's mad. There should now start being some kind of CV qualifications that puts you in somewhere. They're just fucking mad. Prince Andrew and police and I don't know why I said Prince Andrew. I do, because there's a picture of him when he was a prince. When he was a prince. Police and prosecutors have held talks with Andrew Mountbatten Windsor, alleged leaks of confidential documents to Jeffrey Epstein. Thames Valley Police said they're making progress with investigations into whether the former Duke of York, he had 10,000 men. He probably had 10,000 fucking women and all. Randy bastard. You don't get called Randy Andy for nothing. Fucking clocks going off all over the fucking place. Shared reports during the time as the UK trade envoy with a paedophile fancier. Why, how the fuck, you see, there's another thing. What made Andy a trade envoy? What qualifications has he got that made him a trade envoy? Apart from him being able to show his cock into women. The Epstein files dumped more than 3 pages by the US Department of Justice. But fucking, it's just a fucking mess. Royal family's honour on the line over Epstein crisis. The royal family's reputation's on the line over its handling of the Jeffrey Epstein scandal, a US congressman claimed last night. It's all going fucking tits up. It's all going tits up. They all think they're untouchable. And it's all coming out. I tell you what, I used to be a big royalist. Well, not big royalist, but I like the royal family. I like the Duke of Edinburgh. I thought he was fucking brilliant. Said it how he'd seen it, didn't care, anything like that. I like the Queenie and all. I thought she was good. I like Princess Anne. I like Princess Anne as well. I think she's good. She should have been Queen. They should have fucked Charles off, right? Just fucked him off and had Anne. And that would have been better off. Then you could have had Zara. Who's the other fucking kid that Princess Anne had? Can't remember. Then you'd have had Zara and Mike Tyndall. That'd have been fucking brilliant, wouldn't it? With his fucking nose around the corner and everything. Zara. Looks like a queen, doesn't she? Fit. Good girl. Like her. And that's what they should have done. They should have had an election. Do you want Charles, Anne, or Edward to be the next king or queen? We could have all voted Anne, and she'd have been that, and then we'd have had Zara. It'd have been fucking better. I don't like William. There's something about William that's a bit creepy and all. Fucking head's too long, and he too much teeth, and I don't know. It's just. But the royal family. So there you go. Right, what are we on there? Right, Strictly destroyed me. Dancer dropped by BBC left suicide note saying he was in a dark place. Turn the fucking light on then. Come on, there's somebody out there who was taking a gulp of tea and spat that when I said that. Before drink and drugs overdose in hotel room. Strictly Come Dancing star Robin Windsor, no relation to the fucking Andy, left a suicide note saying the BBC destroyed me after he was dropped from the show and inquest is heard. The professional Latin and ballroom dancer 44, to be fair 44, you're getting on a bit, ain't you son? And featured in 4 series from 2010 to 2013, was found dead at the Hoxton Hotel, Shepherd's Bush, West London in February 2 years ago. Windsor's body was discovered by a receptionist after he failed to check out. So they didn't check him out. The first to a friend said, this is really started, I lost my job. He sent a letter to his first friend, to a friend who said this started when Strictly, the way they treated me and destroyed me, it started on my road. I don't know, this is the thing with these. He probably realised he was 44 coming to the end of his career and Strictly was his bread and butter. I will say though, I do think the way that some of these TV companies treat the people they have helped, treat some of the people that they have used to help them make money is disgraceful. I think the way that ITV treated Carolina, oh shit, I forgot her name. What's her name? The one who committed suicide, who used to do one of the TV shows on ITV2. Oh, fucking hell, I'm sorry, I forgot her name. Cat. I can't remember her name. I do that is when you're sorry. That is when you make a mistake and you are genuinely sorry that you can't. Yeah, right. Not employing a. And the way they treated her, where she committed suicide, is a disgrace. Yeah, when Ant and that put his fucking, when he was out in his car, pissed up and hitting everything down the road, that was all right, because obviously he made them money. He made them an enormous amount of money, and they seen him as a cash cow. So it's absolutely shocking. These companies, these BBC and ITV, they really should look in how to help these people, because I'm going to change the battery. They really should look into these celebrities that they've used and see how they get on, because some of these people can't handle, they just can't handle it. And to be put in the limelight and be a celebrity or a star every Saturday and everything like that, and then to have that taken away from you is shocking. Really is shocking. So yeah, I don't know. It's who did he dance with? Patsy, Ange out of EastEnders. All right, Ange. Lisa Riley and that Deborah fucking Meenan. So there you go. Yeah, well, obviously when people take their own lives, it's fucking sad, and you do actually have to ask yourself, could you have done more? You know, I mean, I've had a mate who did it, and you know, it's such a shock, and it's people that you think that would never do it. It's the ones that don't cry out for help. They're the ones you've got to fucking watch. And yeah, sad. 44. I mean, it's no age, isn't it? Fucking no age. Anyway, moving on, as they say on Here Is the News. Trans women could be allowed to keep using female toilets at work for years after the Equalities Minister admitted they fucked it up. After the Supreme Court ruled on the definition of sex in the Equalities Act in April last year, it was widely expected that trans people will be banned from all female-only spaces, but many firms and public sector bodies said they would wait for Bridget Phillipson to publish the updated guidance before setting out their policies. However, she revealed yesterday that as yet, unpublished codes of practice by the Equalities and Human Rights Commission. So basically, she's just dragging a fucking arse like a fucking dog on the bastard lawn because it's got a turd stuck to it and not doing anything. These politicians, once again, they've been told what to do by the law, and now they're just fucking shitting themselves because they're fucking useless. Absolutely, I'm fucking fed up with a lot of them. I'm fed up with it. I don't get this thing at all where it's like a law says, somebody says, right, you've got to pay them so much money. Tell them to fuck off. It's like when you get these human rights things where these immigrants have come over and apparently they've been fucking mistreated, and then the law says you've got to pay him fucking 250,000. Say, fuck off, I'm not paying it. Bollocks to it. I'm not doing it. I don't care. It's just unfucking real that there's somebody who can sit there at a table or a bench with a wig on, say you've got to pay him 250k. Why? You've breached his human rights. Bollocks. I'm fucking fed up with it. I'm so fucking angry about some of the politics today. It's just unreal. And this is another one. Look, they won't make a decision in case they get Just say, not paying it. Fuck off. Just fuck off. I'm not paying it. Fucking mad. Absolutely fucking mad. Right, it's been an extraordinary wet year for Britain so far, with rivers bursting their banks, hundreds of properties flooded and rain falling every day in some areas. Now the Met Office has warned that heavy snow will hit northern England and Scotland today, issuing a 20-hour yellow alert. That means people are pissing in the snow. I'll give you a tip, don't eat yellow snow. Forecasters told Britons to be prepared for icy surfaces and travel disruption to outbreaks of snow. Right, so let's see if it's going to snow tonight then. Is it going to snow in the north? Been another mass shooting in fucking Canada. Well, not another mass shooting, but there's been another mass shooting. Only in Canada this time. A trans shooter who murdered 8 people in one of the deadliest school shootings in Canadian history was last night revealed as Jesse Van Rootseller. Police identified the suspect, 18, who opened fire on pupils and teachers at Tumbler Ridge Secondary School in British Columbia. 39-year-old teacher was killed alongside with 3 12-year-old girls and 2 boys aged 12 and 13. Have they found out why? Have they found out why? No. No doubt there'll be some kind of mental health issues to it. Right. Let's just have a quick look at the Daily Mail comments. New shame for spineless Starmer. Did you see fucking Prime Minister's question yesterday? He fucking lost it. I'll tell you what, I don't like Ed Davey. I think he's a fucking idiot. But he got him yesterday. He certainly, I think Keir Starmer went in yesterday in PMQs and I think, right, I'm going to be ready for Kemi. I'm ready for Kemi, blah, blah, blah. I'll, whatever Kemi says, I'll fucking back and not answer her questions. Because he never fucking answers a question, really, properly. And, well, he has done once when he went, yeah, I did. I did know. Anyway, I think he'd like, Kemi, she went out the way. Right, that's it. I'm all clear now. Kemi, and then Davey come in and asked him a question. He was like, fucking austerity in your fucking party. Fuck off. Fuck off. Fuck off. And having a go at me. What do you mean? I weren't even in charge in them years. So fuck off. When a prime minister is accused in the, I can't fucking see them. I've got to do something about the lighting in here. When it's fucking dark like this, it's shocking. When a Prime Minister is accused in the House of Commons of stuffing government with paedophile apologists, the game, frankly, is up. So Keir Starmer is now, it's now impossible to take serious as the leader of this great nation, if he ever was. The wincing behind him on the Chamber's green leather benches yesterday, didn't Labour just know it? And it is. He did something yesterday, didn't it? And like there were a few cheers. But there has to be Labour politicians now who are sitting there thinking, he's a fucking idiot. How the fuck did he become Prime Minister? And I personally think, and I've said this in my predictions video for 2026, that what he would do is he wouldn't resign, but he will say to his MPs, you either back me or I'll fucking call an election and you'll all lose your seats because you're all fucking useless as well. It's just fucking, it is pretty funny. Anyway, Maggie Oliver, she blowing the whistle on the grooming gangs cost me my career. If only Epstein's powerful hangers-on had shown the same courage. We've had nearly 2 weeks of sickening details from the latest of Jeffrey Epstein's files released by the US Department of Justice, and nothing can quash the rage, I feel. It's not just his friendship with high-profile figures, including Andrew Mountbatten Windsor, formerly known as Prince. Oh dear. Do you know what, right? You actually do have to laugh at some of this, because if you take it so serious and it is serious, I'm not getting away from the serious, but if you don't laugh, you would actually fucking crumble under all this shit that is coming out. And I don't mean that shit disrespectfully. It's the fact that they've got away with it for so fucking long. It's just unbelievable. It's once again learning about the conveyor belt of young children, most of them children who passed through the clutches of Epstein and his cronies, both of his Lolita Express jet, and it is absolutely shocking. And people like Maggie Oliver, and who's that MP champion? What her name? Sarah Champion MP, and she got fucked off by Jeremy Corbyn because she didn't want to upset a certain vote. It's absolutely shambolic. It's shocking. And you do actually, I mean, I read the other day that part of the Ukraine war is why it's going on so long is because they were taking children and young women, flying them out to places to be used as sex slaves. And Ukraine is one of the most corrupt countries going. This is what I don't understand, why we are so protective of Ukraine. The money laundering and everything that passes through there, it's just absolutely unbelievable. People just go along with the news because that's what they're told to believe, and none of them can actually see through the fucking things that are actually happening in these countries. I mean, look at the fucking leader there. You've got a little coke snorting midget. Did you see the other day when some white fell out his fucking nose? Jesus Christ. When Simon Cowell announced that he was launching a new Netflix show that would follow his audacious bid to find a new boy band and could match the... Sorry, I'm going to your ass. Success of One Direction, there are rumours that it was going to be called The Midas Touch. The reports were quickly shot down by Cowell's abrasive PR launch operation, and the 6-part show launched last December. It was given more of a modest title, Simon Cowell, The Next Act. Apparently the pop mogul vowed his new boy band would be the next One Direction, but despite a Netflix show, their debut single is only number 72 in the charts. So they wanted them to be the next One Direction to make Simon even more money, and then when that band had gone past its sell-by date, they would just fucking kick them into touch. I was kicking there, my right leg went, I would kick them into touch and then just dump them. A little bit like that lad who'd One Direction who fell off that balcony in Argentina. You take away the limelight and they can't fucking handle it. They can't handle it. Some people just can't handle it. Right, now, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to say I am famous or a celebrity. But during this journey of YouTube, right, I have met some people and I've had the attention, and it is quite addictive. It is quite nice when people see you in a shop and say, "Are you Blue Van Man?" And it happens still now, not as much, but I'm not fussed. I'm quite happy that I've been there, done that, got the silver plaque. People have known me. I've met Jamie Vardy, I've met Brian, I even met Jackmate, yeah, and Robbie Knox and other people, and I got invited to WWE things, and I've had brand deals, and I've had it, right? But some people, they're not grown up enough to handle this little bit of fame, this little bit of I think if I hadn't have like taken the channel the other way, I think I could have been bigger. But that means playing the game. That means not being Dave. Somebody said to me the other day, "Oh, where's the Blue Van Man we used to love and watch?" I went, "He got fucked off. You fucking idiot." And this is the problem. People seem to think that this shit's going to last forever. And it's not. There's only going to be well-established ones that can make this drag out as long as they can. And when they start running out of ideas, and when they start fucking, and it starts going away, They don't know what to do. They're scared of real life. They're scared of not being in front of this little fucking Canon G7X, yeah, or other ones. And when the people start going against them or not watching them, they don't know what to do. They can't fucking handle it. Me, anybody else, right, who's stuck on 150 subs for about 3 years, like, they'd be all fucking sitting in the corner eating their own shit, trying to think of ways to improve things. Be your fucking self. Be your fucking self. Be true to your fucking self. Right. Now, this is funny. It's not funny, but it is funny. You'll see the funny side of it. Swimmer lost limb, washed up. Washes up. I found my sea leg. Swimmer's lost limb, washes up again on beach after 10 months. A disabled swimmer was left stunned when a stranger found her prosthetic leg 10 months after she lost it in the sea. She was swimming around in circles for fucking ages. The mother of Lizzie Forbes, 38, was on a beach walk when she stumbled upon Brenda Ogden's fucking related to Elder and Stan. 3,000 limb had washed upon the surface. The mum of two posted a photo of it on social media, and the word got back to Brenda, 69, who identified it as hers. She lost the brand new custom-made prosthetic leg last April while swimming in Bridlington, East Yorkshire, when she was hit by a large wave. Fucking hell. But she's done well to get out of the fucking sea with one leg and two arms. Brenda had her left knee amputated below the knee after a car accident in 2021, spent days searching the shoreline with her friends. And you're all expecting me to say a hopping joke, and I'm not going to do it. But had no joy. A GoFundMe appeal launched by the Flamborough Flippers, or Flipper in her case, replacement waterproof leg, only 800 quid. They only raised 800 quid. This member could not afford a new one, and she has been unable to go in the water since. But on Monday, semi-professional fossil hunter Lizzie spotted the titanium limb in some rocks beneath the cliffs at Aldwick, 12 miles south of Bridlington. So fucking well done. Brilliant. She says, I'm amazed it's turned up after all this time in the sea. What are the chances? Brilliant. Well done, Lizzie. Well done, Lizzie. Fucking good stuff. A happy story. A happy ending to a story for once. Oat drink makers Oatly cannot use the word milk to market its products. A court has ruled. Oh, for fuck's sake. Banging on about fucking dogs. Why does an MRI scan for a dog cost 2,800 but just 350 quid for a human? No idea. No idea at all. A controversial gossip website should be shut down immediately after a teenager took her own life. Politicians have demanded Princess Dickinson. You called your daughter Princess, and then you're going to sit here and wonder why she was bullied. Princess Dickinson, 16, died last Saturday following years of online bullying by Tatty Life, dubbed a troll's paradise. The schoolgirl was subjected to uninvited attention. I think calling your daughter Princess invites attention. And I'm not defending what happened here, but fuck's sake, think about what you're doing. You know what I mean? The girl was the subject of uninvited attention on the toxic forums where she faced repeatedly derogatory comments about her body and appearance since the age of 14. Her influence, oh, fucking mother's an influencer. Sophie Mae Dickinson, Dickinsider, 32, was the original target of abuse, but more than 10,000 posts about her and her family on the website, which anonymously strangers criticised public figures. But once Ms Dickinson was shown Showcased her lavish style on 2014 Channel 5's programme Blinging Up, Baby, deleted it. She's so... you should be allowed to just fucking do what you want to do. But you've got to expect people will come after you. Believe it or not everybody likes me. Not everybody likes me, you know. There are certain people out there on here and Twitter and Instagram that do, you know, say hurtful things to me. And, you know, it nearly makes me cry. With fucking laughter. But why on earth would you call your child princess? I tell you why. Well, I don't know how long her channel's been going, or her platform has been going, but they use them as an extension to their. They use them as an extension to the channel, the brand. It's the brand, isn't it? The brand, everything. It's always the brand. I'll have a kid. Now, I'm not saying she had a kid because she was a brand, but how old was she? She was 16. So, you know, it's like Katie Price. Katie Price. Now, Harvey, I like Harvey. I think when he said that thing on Loose Women, fucking brilliant, well done. And I weren't laughing at him, I was laughing with him, because what Harvey said was fucking right. But I do get the sense that sometimes, and I used to like Katie Price, I liked Katie Price because I thought she got the assets and she used them, and then she went fucking stupid. But she uses Harvey as a fucking commodity. You know what I mean? It's like wheel him out, fucking Harvey do something, and it's just wrong. And this is, see, this girl here, she's had the mother's lost her daughter now because she was out in the public eye. Ginge has never been on here. Ginge has never been on this channel because I know that some of you bastards out there are fucking cruel. Yeah? The only thing you've seen of Ginge is her hand. Or a bit of a forearm. Yeah, you've heard her. She swears like a fucking trooper. I don't know where the fuck she gets that from. Oh, Scott said he watched me not McDonald's, KFC review the other day. Scott sent me a message, said, Dave, you swore 60, he said fuck 66 times. And the video, I don't know how long the video is, but he says, so I don't know where my daughter gets it from. So yeah. Stop putting your kids out there to try and make your fucking money. Apart from that, if she's been out there since you were 14, that's fucking Jeffrey Epstein material. That's fucking paedophilia. These dirty bastards out there who will see her and knock one out over her. Now, I'll just say it how it is. I ain't going to fucking butter it up and fucking put it on a nice plate for you. They would have wanked over her because... there. Now, me, personally, young'uns don't do fuck all for me. I'd rather shag Ellen Mirren. I'm at the other end. Other thing, yeah? But these dirty bastards out there who are probably in government who'd knock one out over her. So stop, all you people that keep putting all you fucking channels on YouTube that keep putting your fucking kids out there as though it's some kind of, I don't know, free license to exploit them. Just fucking think about what you're doing and think about the bastards that will come after them. Because they will come after them, and this is proof. This is fucking proof. Rachel Reeves is facing a backlash over proposed holiday tax. Some 200 firms have written to her to demand she scrap a visitor levy plans. Another one who's never been in business, no idea. I know, we'll just tax this, we'll tax that, we'll tax that, we'll tax that, and we'll tax that. And yeah, fucking let's tax toilet paper because everybody has to wipe their arse, so we may as well tax them and get some money out of the shit. So we can send it to Ukraine. Stop it! You don't run a business, you haven't got a fucking clue what these people have to put up. Keir Starmer, £150 off electricity bills, fuel bills, and fuck off! Fuck off. It don't matter that you put it up fucking 600 quid before, you fucking four-eyed twat. People are struggling out here and you're just wrecking everything. And that fucking Lego-haired fucking King Richard III, as fucking Mike Graham keeps calling her. I had another comment put on his thing. On his... Yeah, there you go. So yeah, fuck off, Reeves. You don't know what you're on about. You ain't got a fucking clue. Reading newspapers or learning a new language can help cut the risk of Alzheimer's disease by nearly 40%. Not the way I fucking read these things out, it don't. There you go. A boy aged 13 suspected in a double stabbing at a school in a former pupil who used his uniform to get into the class. Two boys aged 12 and 13 remained in a serious condition last night after being stabbed in the neck and stomach. Sorry folks, I can't fucking see. I've got to do something about the lighting in here. Or my glasses. Probably my glasses are fucked. Stomach at Kingsbury High School in Brent, northwest London. Hello, Khan! Sadiq Khan! How's the fucking knife crime going? Cock. A third child was sprayed with a liquid after the suspect scaled a fence and burst into a class shouting. Well, I don't think you needed a fucking uniform if he's scaling a fence. I deliver to schools meats and stuff for the canteens or the kitchens or whatever. And it's fucking hard work getting in these places. You're pressing buttons and you're waiting for gates to open and all that kind of shit. Then you have to go and see somebody and you have to have a security card. It's fucking hard work. A third child was sprayed, blah, blah, blah. He scaled a fence, burst into a class shouting, "Allahu Akbar," and allegedly, he only allegedly knifed the 13-year-old with whom he's said to have had a grievance with. He then said to have stabbed a 12-year-old in a hall. He was later arrested at a mosque. Ex-pupils told security guards school security was tight, adding, "There are guards at the main door, all classrooms, doors locked automatically. He knocked on one and the pupil inside it opened it. He was then stabbed." Fuck's sake. So he did wear a uniform. I just don't understand this fucking world we're living in. When I used to be at school, schools were open, you could fucking roam around. Fucking, I remember Martin Allen, he were always fucking skiving off with Rob Jarvis, going and playing truant. And that. Fucking unbelievable. Absolutely unfucking believable that someone... We do need boot camps. We need fucking boot camps to get this sorted. We need you get found with a knife on you, right? You get found with a knife, you get 6 months automatically in a boot camp, yeah? Or no, fuck it, 12 months. Let's get them all locked up so they miss Christmas as well. So lock them up for 12 months, right? Get them smashing rocks, cleaning coal, digging ditches, peeling potatoes, knitting fucking nets for the fishermen and everything. Do all that. Make them fucking break them. You can run it with old prison guards, old army fucking officers, ex-police, and all that, yeah? Give them a fucking job. You got all these veterans who are homeless, yeah? Give them a fucking job. Knocking some shit out of these little fuckers who are carrying knives and committing crimes. It's not fucking rocket science. But no, you can't do that because you might hurt the feelings. You've got to understand them. You've got to listen to them. You've got to see what their problem. They haven't got a problem. They haven't got a problem. Put them in a boot camp, knock the shit out of them. Heathcliff apparently is too white. There's a new Heathcliff coming out. The celebrity race across the world star who is Anita Rani. Claims that Emily Bronte wrote Heathcliff as a non-white character in her 1847 Gothic masterpiece. At the time, Britain was at the height of the colonised expansion. Fuck's sake, Dave! Expansion, says Yorkshire-born Rani. The tiny island was getting... fuck's sake. Heathcliff wasn't fucking white. I have only seen the Tom Hardy version. Tom Hardy wasn't white. Why can't we just make something and watch it? Why has it always got to be fucking stripped down? And why say, all right, Heathcliff wasn't white. All right, and perhaps he was trans. Perhaps he was confused and he wanted to be a woman or whatever. Why do we always have to strip everything down? Why can't we just make, do you know what, me and Julie baby, we've started watching these dramas and stuff on Netflix that are made in Poland because he seems pretty fucking normal. None of this. So anyway, that's the newspaper. Now I've got a couple of little stories I've got here on my tablet that I want to try and, well, I won't try. I might be able to read these because they're on a fucking tablet and I can see the bloody words. Fat bastard. Right, okie dokie. So if I do that, open, will it come up? Yes, here we go. Right. This made me laugh. Something shockingly. Sybil Harts wrote this. Driving round the windy roads near my home in East Anglia. I wonder if that's where, what is that one that Ed Sheeran did? Listening to Tiny Dancer and all that one. Presumably, Castle on the Hill, weren't it? Anyway, she was driving around and a fellow driver beeped at her. Presumably, I'd annoyed them in some way. While this is the kind of routine occurrence that most people can shrug off as someone who is hypersensitive, it can cast a shadow over my entire day. I couldn't concentrate on my work when I went back to pick my children up from school. I felt nervous about being behind the wheel. Fuck's sake. That night I continued to go over and over the incident in my head, obsessively worried about what I did wrong and whether I had deserved to have a driving licence at all. Fuck me, love, you're going to drive a fucking Merc Sprinter van round that. Fuck me, Jesus Christ. In all, it took me well over 24 hours to process this one tiny exchange with a stranger. I wish I could say this is the first time a small negative reaction has happened in such a stark impact. But the reality is, it wasn't even the first time that week. She's a shit driver. Get off the fucking road, split arse. Oh, fucking highly sensitive people. The fuck me, there's a condition. HSP. I thought that was the train thing, the train line. Oh dear. They respond excessively to external stimuli. Be that emotional sensory. Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, around the age of 4, I had to perform my first ballet show to a crowd at a small theatre in Stroud as a very shy child, and it was my worst nightmare. You were 4! How many fucking nightmares have you had? How many nightmares have you had at the age of 4? You fucking idiot. Oh, God, I hope she don't see this. She'll be fucking sitting in the corner rocking, eating her own shit. I remember looking at the audiences and finding it overwhelming. Well, I must admit, love, I wouldn't have actually let my daughter, who was 4, do fucking ballet in front of people. Oh, dear. Struth. Oh, fucking hell. I can't read anymore. Fucking absolutely brilliant. Oh, fucking. I tell you what, about brilliant, because I bet somebody's beat. I bet somebody's seen Sandra over the road. Beep, beep. Sandra, you're right, girl. Like the woman's saying, what the fuck's going on? People beeping at me. Oh, fucking hell. Oh, dear. Right, I've got another one here. How do you keep your glasses on? Open. Now this is an old story apparently. But able-bodied Norwegian identifies as a disabled woman. Jornrand Victoria Alme, 53, Right, hold on. A TV interview with an able-bodied male-born finance worker who identifies as a woman who is paralysed from the waist down has sparked controversy. Well, let's see what happens when he wakes up with a fucking hard-on. Right? You're not paralysed then, are you? Jorund... Oh, fuck off. No, I don't. Jorund Victoria Alman, 53, a senior credit analyst in Oslo, has no physical handicaps, but now identifies as a disabled woman. In an interview on Good Morning Norway last week, the programme introduced Alm as someone who uses a wheelchair even though his legs are completely healthy. Adding to the interview that was conducted conducted as the programme is keen to create transparency around difficult topics. That's not a difficult topic. That's just like touch him on the shoulder and say, you can walk. What was said? Alm said it had been a lifelong wish to have been born a woman paralysed from the waist down. Alm told the programme of experienced thoughts and reflections from the age of 5 triggered by certain situations, such as when a fellow student arrived at school with a splint on his leg and crutches. My reaction was one of intense interest. My heart pounded, my pulse increased. All this when you were 5. You remember all this when you were 5? You fucking weirdo. I was incredibly focused on him and what this was all about. As I understood it, in retrospective, it was a recognition of a situation and that I should have been there. Oh, don't tell me you've got fucking guilt. You've got some kind of guilt fucking complex. Now, partner, Agnes, 31 years, and parents to 2... Well, it's working then, isn't it? You're not fucking paralysed from the waist down, you fucking weirdo. Right. And parents of 2 sons. 5 years ago, Alm began using his wheelchair, saying, I had a very dear. I had well, I've lost the fucking bit now. Experience when I got to sit in the chair. When my legs are allowed to rest completely, it stops me triggering by the BIID, so I get a lot of rest and use my resources for other things. BIID, Body Integration Identity Disorder, mental illness. 5 years ago saw a moment of realisation that the programme says she felt like a woman and had an intense desire to be paralysed from the waist down. All this fell out gradually and came one after the other. At the time, there was so much shame and knots we have gone through. Yeah, you should be fucking ashamed for yourself. Because Uncle Steve, right? Uncle Steve couldn't walk, right? Well, he could walk, but he had to have leg irons and everything. You fucking sick twat. Yeah? But back in the day, that would have been locked up in a fucking lunatic asylum and had electrodes and everything put on him. I just don't understand it. And do you know what? Once again, we're fucking normalising things. We're making this seem normal. It's like the thing about paedophilia, where it's normal to have sex with kids. It's fucking not normal. You're fucking not normal. You're ill. You're fucking sick. And we're being told to accept this and normalise it. Fucking does my head in. There's people who are actually in wheelchairs who would love to walk, who would love to do things, and they can't because of the legs don't work, they're paralysed. And this fucking idiot thinks it's a fucking... Right, moving on to the next one. Open. Right, here we go. This is fucking unreal and all. 10th of Feb this was. Final hours of a drag queen after encounter with dog from meeting stranger to allergy. Married drag queen Darren Mean Moore's body was found under a pile of cardboard boxes after last being seen leaving a nightclub in full glam. An inquest into the final moments of a TV star who had revealed sorry details about the night the drag queen had sexual encounters with several men and a dog. Registered sex offender Darren Meemore, 39, was found dead in a central Cardiff lane and was last seen leaving Pulse nightclub. Obviously didn't have a pulse later on. In full drag. An inquest into Meemore's final moments heard the married drag queen, who was performed under the same name as Crystal Culture and CC Quinn, that appeared on RuPaul's Drag Race, had sex with several men. If you want to have sex with several men, go and have sex with several men. Pontypridd coroner's court heard that CCTV captured Meemore's reappearing on camera multiple times during encounters with men. He then failed to appear following a third encounter with a man who later told the coroner his dog was involved in a sexual encounter with a drag queen. Read on for everything you need to know about the case. Meemore's husband reported the drag queen from missing on morning of January the 23rd, 2023. A club employee said he saw Meemore in a nearby car park. Right. Nightclub manager Sean Rogers learned Meemore's was missing and could see parts of his dress from a previous night. Mr. Rogers said he got out of the car and found the drag queen's body covered and flattened out some cardboard boxes which he had definitely been placed on top of him. He added the boxes were covering a large part of his body. The nightclub manager said he tried to wake his friend but got no response and ran back to his car to phone emergency services. A spokesman for the South Wales Police briefly said Darren was last seen around 5 a.m. dragged in dress and wearing full makeup with a luminous green dress and a blonde wig, so not really hard to fucking see. Dismantled heels and a matching clutch bag. The inquest was told tests found human and non-human semen inside Meemore's body and that it matched the third man's dog. Adding a pathologist had theorised the drag queen may have died suddenly from the dog semen. So he was allergic to dog semen? Well, I suppose there's only one way you're going to find out. Because it was consensual and desired, I let him... Right, test related carried out. Right, so he was allergic to dogs. The coroner David Regan added a pathologist had theorised the drag queen may have died suddenly from the dog semen. The inquest heard the dog owner went to the secluded car park with Meemore and started having sex with him. Because it was consensual and desired, I let him do what he asked to do. I have never seen something like that before. I could have stopped it, but I should have stopped it, but I didn't. The man said. The dog owner said he lost interest with Meemore, continued to allow the pet to have sex with him. The man then returned to view without the dog and returned to the view 8 minutes later before returning to the alleyway with cardboard. Darren never emerged from the alleyway. The coroner said, I don't accept that Darren was covered in a cardboard by the man to keep him warm. On evidence, he placed 2 sheets over him and couldn't reasonably have expected this to provide any warmth. However, I am unable to determine that Darren was covered for any nefarious reasons. Oh, for fuck's sake. I don't accept the man's account that the dog penetrated Darren spontaneously without a human act, causing this to happen. So basically the bloke guided the dog's cock into his arse. Right, I think we'll leave that one there then, folks. I've had enough of that. Thank you for watching. This is the news. Here is the news. And I'll get you on the next one. Laters.